Oh, guys, I don't know whether you can see that. 111.2. 111.2. We made weight. I'm not going to switch it to me because I'm actually naked right now. Monumental day, guys. Monumental day. I've just made weight. Obviously, my weight cap is 111.6. If you've been watching all my vlogs, it's been a battle these past weeks to make it to that. And this morning, I weighed it at 111.7, but I've got like big baggy shorts on, so I stripped off, got naked, which will actually be closer to what I weigh in my boxers. And I was 111 point, I can't remember what it was now, 4 or 2 or something like that. So we made it. So we got some tools to play with now. I'm hoping to get a little bit of food trickling in towards the show, but either way, I'm just super relieved that I can get under the cap without having to like starve myself, because you know, many classic competitors, you know, you have to pull testosterone out completely for like 2 weeks out, like that's what all the Olympians do. And you know, literally, I remember watching some of Neil Curry, rest in peace, vlogs, and he said he just wouldn't eat for 2 days, like nothing, or like literally ground beef only, no veg, no fruit, anything, and just be starving, like no water, just to make weight. So at least I won't have to do that, guys. At least I won't have to do that. So I've got my morning stack of supplements. I'll run through stuff with you. So I'm doing my T4, which is 150 mcg, T3, which is 25 mcg. Clen is now dropped to 20 mcg just because fat loss is done, and it's actually making me sleep tons better. I definitely could have slept in this morning. Alarm went off at like 6 a.m, which is exactly, well, it's like 5 past now, and I was like, oh, I could actually sleep in again, but I was like, do you know what, I'm quite excited to get up and weigh myself because I felt very flat and kind of like empty and hungry yesterday. So I was like, I feel like and that's after a training session. Normally my lowest weigh-ins are after a rest day, so that's after a training session, that light weigh-in, which is great. Then I've got telmisartan, which I'm doing 18 milligrams. I'm on the higher end of that telmisartan just because I run high blood pressure. It's just genetically. I'll do 10 milligram of cyanus for the same reason, also for the pumps in the gym. Epic. And then I'm doing MOTS-C, the peptide, which I'm trialing out. I'm a couple weeks into that. I do feel like it gives me a bit more kind of focus and energy in the morning. The mitochondria, Dr. Dean, the benefits from that. I'm kind of testing that before I start promoting and saying, yeah, it's amazing. I don't want to do that without kind of like running this course first. SLU, that's 250 milligrams in the morning, SLU, get that from Engineered, and then also the L-carnitine 500 milligrams fasted. And then I'll take 25 milligrams of Winstrol, 25 milligrams of Anavar, about 90 minutes pre-workout. I was taking that first thing in the morning, and then I feel like it was actually negatively affecting my digestion a little bit. So I've been taking it, actually, I was just taking it in the morning. You are supposed to take a pre-workout, but just for routine and ease, where I'm taking everything else, I just thought I'll just take it all in one. Because it's in my system every day, but I thought it doesn't actually make too much sense. So I started taking that pre-workout, and it's a lot better. So, yep, that's the morning stack. Gonna go do some steps now. I'm not actually gonna hard pose today. My back's super tight. Got a little bit of a weird jab in my lat, and my back is just knotted up a bit. I need to figure out a routine, a posing routine, so that takes priority today. Because I've been doing like hard rounds, like 3 rounds, one with pictures, one with a video for Cuba, and then one just on my own to warm up. And then I'll do 10 vacuums, and that takes fucking ages. And then by then I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered to do a routine, I'll do it tomorrow. Whereas today, I'm not going to do hard poses, I'm actually going to take the day off posing hard, because it is like cardio. And just kind of just slowly work for a routine. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not someone who does like these real fancy routines where I get on the floor and do the splits. I'm just like not made for that. I'm quite a fucking tall, lanky guy, so I find like when I do stuff like that, it just looks wrong. I need something that makes me look wide. I have a very big frame. I'm 6'3". I'm fucking built like Frankenstein, like with big wide shoulders. So I need a routine that shows off that X frame, so like, you know, big front shots, less sort of like twisting back shots where it exposes like the lack of density, I guess. I mean, I am somewhat dense where I am dense, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to show that width and that X frame. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of standing shots and just moving between them with grace and elegance. and just taking it very slow. Like last time I just rushed through them and I'm like fucking 30 seconds in, I'm like, I'll hit all my poses. Anyways, let's get to work. Let's get the day going. Well, just finished my steps and stretching. Had a phone call with Kuba, my coach. And because I'm well under the cap now, it's time to freshen up a bit. Today we are doing 2,000 steps and I've got a refeed, my first refeed in weeks. So we're gonna run through it with you. It's gonna be very, very fun, let me tell you, because I've been digging for a long time and I cannot wait for this. So first things first, I'm gonna make my pancake, all right? I've actually got 3 eggs today, 3 whole eggs. So stay tuned. Today we're gonna be doing a refeed 3 weeks out. Let's get it. So getting all the food prep for today. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a man of digestion. Digestion is very important to me, and keeping that tight waist and not just eating for cravings on a refeed. That's what so many people do wrong, like throwing all these bagels and, you know, random shit that just satisfies a need, a mental need. This today is to simply refill glycogen stores. I'm using all the same foods as I normally eat. As you will see, my meals will be the exact same, just more of them, more carbs, more cream of rice and rice. Because I know for me, I can eat infinite cream of rice and jasmine rice with no issues. So right now we got the pancake cooking, which I'll run through the full ingredients afterwards. Got the rice on the hob, prepared for later. I will actually go through all the totals at the end because I don't even know them yet. Kuba sends me a meal plan and I just follow it. I find it a lot easier that way rather than dabbling with macros and making swaps. I just follow that shit to a T. It makes food focus a lot lower, but I will work it out simply for you guys and also just for my own interest. And then I will run through all the ingredients of each meal as I eat them. It's not going to be a big talking video today, guys, because I really, really do want to enjoy this. I'm not someone who normally gets very food focused. Food is fuel to me, but I have been digging extremely hard. Like, I don't really talk about the struggles of prep too much because I don't like to, because it's my choice and I like to come across as that someone just that gets this shit done, and that's what I am. I'm about this lifestyle full time, 365 days of the year, but this is definitely the hardest push I've ever done just to get weight down. And I really want to be present in eating this food and not rush it and, like, you know, end up making the whole day about a YouTube video rather than just enjoying the hard work that I've been putting in. So it's just about as much as the refeed and enjoying a bit more food volume as it is about actually just being present and enjoying the hard work that I've put in. If any of you have done a refeed after a hard push, you'll know that you're no less hungry. If anything, it makes you more hungry because it opens up the floodgates. But with that being said, it's still nice, and it's more so appreciating the graft that has got me to a position that demands a refeed. Here we have it, meal 1. So that is 3 whole eggs today, 100 gram of egg whites, 140 gram of cream of rice, lovely, then 100 blueberries, 100 whey as normal, bit of cinnamon on top. I'm actually running 15 minutes late because I had to get cinnamon. I literally got a pot of cinnamon delivered because you cannot have a protein pancake without cinnamon. I could have if it was a normal day, but I was like, am I fuck ruining one of these meals, one of my favorite meals without cinnamon? I got a £1.50 ground cinnamon pot delivered. It cost me about a fucking £5. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy it even more now. First round of checkers is done. Meals are being prepped. Got my chicken in the air fryer, my rice, nice big portion of rice cooking, and my veg, which has actually been reduced. Protein has also been reduced, which you will see. Why do we do that? Why do we do this on a refeed? It's to improve digestion. Where we are in a position where I'm bumping the food up by a big, decent bit, if you just drop the protein a touch through the meat portions, through the whey protein, eggs, etc., it will just help you digest your food. And I find it keeps my waist super tight off the back of my refeeds. Sometimes off the back of my refeeds, my waist is even tighter than when I'm just on low food because everything's full and bursting and all my muscles look fuller. And I just feel like I can pull a much tighter vacuum, but that's because of the lower protein as well. So other than that, it's time to enjoy my refeed. Again, this has been a long time coming, and it's probably been the longest time I've gone without a refeed, just because we are trying to, we're trying to make weight at the end of the day. And look, it's been a great prep so far. I know I'm still 3 weeks out tomorrow, but everything has been just so enjoyable because I'm not putting pressure on myself. I know that I've done everything I can, and I know that no matter what the result is, I'm greatly improved. It's been really enjoyable, and it makes you appreciate the small things in life. That is what a hard diet, competition prep, or a photo shoot prep, whatever it may be, delivers to me. It makes you just so appreciative of the small things in life. Just a little trip to the coffee shop, you know, a certain food that you just overlook in the off season. Small things during your day become super important because of the routine and obviously, you know, the dopamine that you get from it. And me right now, my life is super chilled. I work extremely hard and push myself to the limit with bodybuilding, and obviously really focus on delivering a great service to my clients, and want to continue building my coaching business, team, service and quality consistently across the next coming years. But the rest of my life is at peace. I have no dramas in my life. I actively avoid drama and stay away from anything that causes me stress outside of this. And that is what a prep does to you. It makes you prioritize the important things in life and cut things out that don't serve you. It can be selfish, that is true, but sometimes in life you need to be selfish. And I'm a big believer in that, because I spent many years of my life being a people pleaser, doing things just to keep people happy, going out, doing this, doing that, just because I didn't want to be that guy that let people down. Whereas now, honestly, I thrive in saying no. And people just know that. And it's just the way it has to be. And once you realize that saying no doesn't ruin a friendship, then your life improves. And if it does, if you can't say no to a night out without your friend getting a hump with you, they're not a real friend. They just want to drag you down with them. So for the rest of the day, we are going to be consuming food. We are going to be resting. I'm literally going to get an Uber to the gym, and my gym is a 10-minute walk away. But my orders are 10K steps. 10? I wish. 2K steps. So I'm pretty much just going to be sat on this sofa here, sat on my desk, working, PlayStation, eating. Okay? The dream life. And you know what, right? I'm 31 years old. I would never have dreamed when I was, say, 16, I first started the gym, that this would be my life. In a good way, right? Because you think when you're a 16, 18-year-old, even 18, I'm sure there's a lot of young lads watching this like 18, and you probably think I'm like a fucking full-grown man. Bro, you do not change. From the time you're 18 to 30, you get more life experience, and that's about it. Your brain is still the same. I'm still that kid in my mum's house playing Xbox. You know, it's the fucking dream life. And anyone who tells you otherwise, like, the fact that I just live in a fucking nice city centre flat on my own. I've got a bedroom, nice living space, nice kitchen, an office, nice office setup. I work from home with my PlayStation. I know that sounds like, I don't know what it sounds like, but it's just happiness. It's peace. Like, I don't need fancy shit. I don't need to be driving around in a Lamborghini. I don't need to be wearing fucking designer clothing. I just need this peace. And it gives me peace. And I wake up in the morning and you have to just look around and think, fucking hell, I'm doing all right. You know, that's what we got to remember at times. We see the top 0.1% of people that are doing extremely well on Instagram, 15, 16-year-olds with trading accounts, making millions apparently. They're fucking broke. It's bullshit. All these 21-year-olds, you know, streamers that are making like millions. It's like, that is the such small percentage of people, that the vast majority of people are way worse off than you. If you have a goal, something you're passionate about, you're better than 99.9% of the people on earth. If you have something to work towards and you have a vision, if you have a roof over your head and you are able-bodied and mind, you are fucking blessed, and you should count yourself lucky. So everything else will come. I am now, you probably, I don't know whether people do look at my life and think, oh, that looks so fucking great, because, you know, I keep it pretty simple. I keep stuff very low key. I wear the same gym gear every day. I wear the same gym trainers for the last 5 years. Do you know what? My Metcon 4s, I think they are, I wear them every day in the gym, right? And I have done for years. They got a hole in the toe. I rebought the same trainers because I know they're great, right? But I wake up in the morning happy. I wake up in the morning at peace. I go to bed stress-free. Obviously, I do have stresses in my life. I have pressure. I have clients who rely on me, but I don't have the stress of putting on a facade, pretending I'm someone I'm not. I am who I say I am, and I do what I say I'm going to do. And that is happiness, it's confidence, it's self-esteem. It's taken me a long time to get here. And that was a good tangent. Now it's time to eat. Got all that rice, boys. Filling the fucking pan. Fluffy as a motherfucker. Then we got mushroom spinach. That's 150 total. Seems like quite a lot, to be fair. I did weigh it, but the spinach doesn't weigh too much, which is good. I love that. And then in the old air fryer is my chicken for the day, which is the chicken, like I said, will be reduced. Actually, I'll just dish it up and give you the exact totals. So here we have 125 grams of jasmine rice, dry weight, 150 grams of chicken breast, raw weight, 50 gram of veg, which is mushroom spinach, and 100 gram of pineapple. Then still my salt intake stays the same all the way through up to peak week, which will be 6 grams of low salt and 4 grams of pink salt every single day. I season my meat with smoked paprika from Aldi, a little bit of pepper. Job's a good one. 15 gram of 0% fat Greek yogurt as a sauce. You know this. No artificial sweeteners. It's like 11 calories max. And it's pretty much all protein. So that's the sauce I've run all prep, all off season. Sits great. So let's enjoy. Meal 3 going down, and this is pre-workout. Currently eating it about 90 minutes pre. I also just ingested my 25 milligrams of Anavar and Winstrol. So we have here, same as last meal, just different portions, as you well know if you've been keeping up with my full day of eatings. I have more rice pre-workout, basically the exact same meal as meal 2. Meal 3 is 150 grams of jasmine rice, dry weight, obviously, raw weight, 150 gram of chicken, 50 veg, 100 pineapple. That is it. Salt on there, a little bit of 0% fat Greek yogurt, making up my pre and intra workout supplementation after this, and I'll run through that with you. And then we are on for a pull day. Very exciting stuff. Some new bits of kit. As you well know, in my previous vlogs in FLF, some nice new prime bits, a nice prime machine, plate loaded seated row, which I'm very looking forward to using. So I'm gonna very much enjoy this. Okay then, ready to train. Drinks have been prepared. So we have here my pre-workout, which is 1 serving of Mega Pump Formula and Nootropic, which is 16 grams. I then have half a serving of Conviction, which is the Stim and more nootropic for focus. So less caffeine, better digestion. Then 10 grams of glutamine, 10 grams of creatine. That's in this, which I will drink on the walk to the gym. Although today I'm not walking, so in the Uber to the gym. Here we have just standard hydration, about a litre or just over, with 5 grams of HydroFlow, which is my electrolyte, sodium, potassium. Here is what I will drink halfway through my session, 2 hours after my pre-workout meal, which is 40 grams of Carb Drive, carb formula, and 25 grams of EAA. So let's train. Gym session done, pull. I'm devoluming now. Well, it's not devolume, it's just lower volume across my sessions to maintain fullness and performance. You know, when I am this lean this depleted, doing a higher volume approach. I don't do high volume, but 2, even 3 sets in some exercises, you're just burning through glycogen and just over fatiguing yourself. So the plan of action now is pretty much like 1 set across the board with compounds and 2 on the isolations, and it's just keeping me a lot fresher, and it's less daunting going into a session, and I come away a lot fresher and fuller. So post-workout, I've been looking forward to this, trust me. Look at the absolute size of it. 150 gram of cream of rice. It's a big old girl. 150 blueberries there, carpet of cinnamon, and then my 50 whey paste. If you want to know what cream of rice and whey I'm using, by far the best cream of rice on the market. Caramel biscuit cream of rice. As you can see, inhaling 150 grams of that now with no digestion issues. I've done 200 grams before and I was like, I wanted more. Normally cream of rice can sit a bit heavy with some people with the sweeteners. This is absolutely spot on. And then I'll have the salted caramel repair whey by Conte, the same. If you want to use my code Joe10 to support me on Conte, that'd be massively appreciated. Not just because I want you to use my code, because I want you to get those products because they are fucking great. And I wouldn't swear by something that I don't know. I wouldn't promote something I don't swear by. Anyways, here is the piece de resistance. Happy days, cheers. Gonna very, very much enjoy this. Relax, got a couple of setups to do. Then we got prawns tonight, not carbless. Normally it's carbless, prawns and veg. Today we got some rice and pineapple. What a treat. So, waiting for my prawns to cook. Meal 5. Thought I would just run through my show plans this year. If you haven't been keeping up to date with my Instagram updates. So, in 3 weeks tomorrow, we will be doing the first regional qualification show, which is in Essex. I live in Manchester, so it's about a 4-hour drive, so I'm going to be driving down there the day before, get registered, get heighted in, get weighed in, get my base coat of tan, sleep, wake up in the morning, win the show, drive back. No off-plan meal, back to the grind, back to normal meal plan, because 2 weeks later I'll be competing again at the NPC Two Bros British Finals, October 18th. This is in Bradford. I did this show last year and came second in my class to the pro card winner, and that was in Rotherham. Pretty sure Trained by JP is sponsoring that show. And I will be driving down again the day before, get myself sorted out, booked apartments for both of these. And so everything's sorted, nice little places, close enough to the venue, with a kitchen set up. Remember, you've got to always book somewhere with a kitchen, just in case with all your food and whatnot. Got to make sure I'm all organised and get everything packed, because I'm going on my own. I do all these things on my own, so you've got to make sure that you're focused and have everything with you. But I also prefer that. But Prague is next after that. Now, the most ideal and perfect situation would be get my pro card at the British Finals on UK turf, friends and family there, and my first go. How amazing and how fucking convenient would that be? It would save me a lot of money as well. But if not, I'm going to Prague anyway. If I get my pro card, I'm going to go to Prague and do the pro show as a pro. My pro debut, just for the crack, just for a laugh. But if not, we'll be going for my pro card again in Prague, which is the following week, which I believe October 25th. Got myself a sick little apartment booked with a garden on my own again. I'm actually really looking forward to going to Prague on my own, just like flying on my own, just locked in, don't have to fucking stress about like being good company. I can just sit there and relax and just get all my stuff ready and really immerse myself. And I'm going to be flying out the Wednesday, so got a few days there to really enjoy it. Compete Saturday, and then we'll be flying back Sunday afternoon, hopefully with a pro card or not coming last in a pro show. But if not, we will go again. There is then Romania Muscle Fest, which apparently is an amazing show. I really want to go to Romania anyway, but I'd rather not and have a pro card instead. But either way, Romania is then on the cards, which I believe is then a week after or a weekend after that. And then that should hopefully secure it. And if not, there's another one, which is Poland, Alicante. Like, you know, I've got 4 or 5 that are lined up, but the 3 that are actually booked and solidified are October 4th, October 18th, the British finals, the one that counts, and Prague, another one that counts. My dream setup is obviously regional. Win would be great because, you know, who doesn't want to win? But my eyes are on the British finals, the overall win for a pro card, go to Prague as a pro and do my first pro quality. Like, if that happened, I would be in heaven. Like, that is just the most perfect situation. But as we well know, life's not perfect. But I'm just letting you know that that's the fucking plan, and I want it. I want it. Because if that happens, my year will just be so good. And then the plan of action will be after that, say if I get my pro card, I'm going to take next year off and just spend a whole year growing, not competing next year. Having a year off, because then that'll be 3 seasons in a row competing, and I will have a massive off season, and I'll probably get to my cap. So, yeah, that's the plan of action, guys. Comment below Prague for me to do the pro show at Prague as an IFBB pro with my card that I solidify in the British finals. That's the comment, Prague. And that is where Siban competed last year as an open. So that's my prawns done. I'll show you the setup. Meal 5, 200 gram of king prawns, 50 veg, 100 jasmine rice, and 100 pineapple. I'm going to enjoy the living shit out of this, finish off a client setup, relax, and show you the final meal of the day, which is a bigger protein pancake. Let's get it. And that's it. The last meal of my refeed going down right now. Meal 6. What a beaut. So this is 250 gram of egg white, 1 whole egg, 125 gram of cream of rice. Then we have 200 grams of blueberries, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 10 grams of nut butter, and then 10 grams of whey into a paste, cinnamon, and the rest of my salt. What a beaut, what a beaut. Basically the same recipe as normal. If you want to know how to make that, I think 2 videos back I did the full recipe breakdown by breakdown of how I actually made that step by step. Pretty damn simple actually, just more ingredients today, bigger cream of rice portion essentially. So as you can see, sitting nicely, all my food is bang on. Literally feels like I've just eaten my normal amount of food because everything digests great. And we've gone for very simple, consistent, and you know, well planned out foods that I've been running for the last months. So tomorrow, plan of action, check in with Kuba, and I would imagine we're doing something similar again, depending on the weight jump, obviously. But he said the next 3 days he just wants me on my arse, other than lifting, just recovering from that hard dig, freshening up a bit, and then we'll try and hold it. So thank you very much for watching. Love you. Like, subscribe, and I appreciate all your shares on the story. Just got to 18K on Insta, so we're about to get to 20K over the next couple of weeks, maybe. If things go well, like they have been. If we can get to 5K on YouTube, that'll be absolutely amazing, guys. So, sub, share. Love you all. Okay, thanks, bye.